me some love. This is the player's prayer. This is the player's prayer. Nah. This is the player's prayer. Alright, let's save that for tomorrow. Alright. No, okay. All right. Okay. All right, no, I forgot. Okay, man. Ryan. And let's get it. All right. Okay. Girl, I'm on my knees. I can't get over you. This is my player's prayer. How shall I hit these screens? Why is it 8? Okay, let's get back to it. Maybe at the end, I'll do a little drawing or something. Yeah, what's up? What is up? What is up, Wolfwire? I just had that interview with Christian Nee. Did you watch it? My biggest accomplishment in YouTube. Who knows? Who knows who's gonna come next? I don't. I have no idea, and I'm scared. I am so scared. I haven't yet. How'd it go? You haven't yet? Man, what do you mean? Damn. It's really that unpopular? Alright, damn. Just because you have a... Okay. That's interesting. It went well. It went well. It's watchable. It went well. It was watchable, though. It's watchable. It's watchable. Though it's a lot of, like, you know, like, believing yourself. Who's the goopy guy? Okay, the goopy guy is essentially, okay, there's this scene from Berserk where Casca is surrounded by this goop. And, like, normally, you know, if the goop touches you, it essentially just eats you. It consumes you. Skin, bones, everything. But the baby in the middle of her essentially protects her from being eaten. So that's what I'm trying to draw. Haven't had a lot of time for YouTube this week. Fair enough, fair enough. Also, you know, got done working out. You know, leg day, always a pain. But, you know, we are, the baby's not 90 years old. It's just deformed, okay? Because you gotta read the manga. The manga will give you all the context. Because if I give you all the context right now, it's going to not be good for, I don't know. Then again, no one's watching this anyway. I'm gonna give you the context. Okay, so basically, in the, at the end, there's many arcs in Berserk. There's the Golden Age arc, and at the Golden Age arc, basically, there's the Eclipse. The Eclipse is essentially there's this invocation of doom, right? And basically, there's this band/cult leader that Casca's been following for years. His name is Griffith, and essentially, he has been trying to become a king for all this time, but his plan essentially kind of like blows up in his face, and so he is essentially tortured, like really bad. They hurt this guy real bad. He can't even, like, dude can't run, dude can't walk, dude can't even hold a sword anymore. He is literally a shell of his former self, and essentially to regain his kingdom, to have a shot at his dream again, he essentially sacrifices all of his followers to...
What if I told you this dish was...
No. Sorry. Ads. They suck. Anyway, he sacrifices all of his followers to, you know, the God Hand. These group of evil, very powerful demons. And, basically, Casca at this point was in a burgeoning but very healthy and happy relationship with the guy in the middle. This guy, they were gonna, you know, matter of fact, they kind of, you know, they did the horizontal no pants mambo, you know, they did the horizontal no pants dance, and she was pregnant. But essentially Griffith, this guy over here, basically, I know he looks like hell, like Gimp and like a Gimp in Batman did the fusion dance, but basically take this helmet off, and he's basically a white-haired little femboy, and basically, you know, during the sacrifice, he assaults, as in GRAPES, her, and corrupts their unborn child, which is why their kid looks, so screwed up, because he has been corrupted by the seed of a demon. It's really messed up, but, makes for a good story. So yeah, that's why he looks like a 90-year-old. And I wanted to basically kind of like use this to, does he grow up? I mean, okay, so basically it becomes complicated, because essentially he, for a while, follows his father around, basically this guy, and Guts is still a demon, so he's like all in the astral plane. So one day, in say the Tower of Conviction, which is basically kind of like like Berserk's version of the Catholic Church, there's a pseudo eclipse, and the baby merges with an egg apostle, and essentially, it emerges as Griffith, but during a full moon, Griffith turns into the Moonlight Child, which is basically a more pure, healthier version of this kid. You gotta read the book. When I say it, it sounds convoluted, but Kentaro Miura is a master at storytelling, so when he does it, it's not convoluted. That's all I gotta say. And he kind of does a little bit, but he does not look like this. He has opposable thumbs. And I think if you're gonna read the book, you get like, big warning. Like there's a lot of sexual assault in Berserk. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, granted, it showcases the reality of like war, right? A lot of war crimes happen, A lot of people who would call themselves noble are either cowards or monsters, either one in between. Kind of like that stuff. It's the darkest dark fantasy that ever dark fantasied. Have I read all of it? Well, all of it, I mean, quite frankly, the book is still not finished. The mangaka passed away long before he could finish. So, but his best friend is kind of still working on it. And I'm not gonna lie, it's taken a long time for them to do it. I mean, granted, you know, if they gotta do it, they gotta make sure it's perfect. You know, but you know, still. Trying to find that one picture. Alright. Let's see if we can make something of this. Or if I'm just a fool. Cosplaying as Dave Raposa. Alright, yeah, no, I haven't read all of it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a new one. Better. No ads. No loser, no dorky companies trying to sell me shit. No needy corporate nonsense. No more bullshit that I don't need. Hey, do some Witch Bolt dungeon synth. You know what? Maybe. Hopefully it'll wake me up enough to do what I need to do here. Okay. I didn't know I was your DJ. You know, you're whatever I say. Nah. I'm a man. Damn. Middle school was that bad? God, Alright, let's get back to it. Okay. Had to slap myself in the face. Yep, spill that holy tea. Acidic. Let's go. As someone who's been to a shitty middle school himself, I might depart some wisdom. Or just that loud? Yeah. I mean, how the education system's been going and how how underpaid all the teachers are, and how it's like it just feels like at this point I'm kind of getting that vibe where it's like they don't really give a fuck anymore. The teachers are underpaid, the kids are like they're brain rotted, and they're not exactly disciplined all that well. Trust me, I know. Sometimes I think the most dreaded time for me was after nap time. I think during nap time, one of the kids, he tried to punch me like in the groin. Man, that sucked. It's like, bro, all I was trying to do was just redirect you to your cot, my guy. Have you tried? You're a pretty decent kid. You do your work. Have you tried asking to go to the bathroom and just take a couple minutes to yourself? At this point, as a paraprofessional, when the kid I was being a one-to-one to was getting overtly mad, or was about to get into a fight, or overtly emotional, I would take him outside for a walk. I have limited passes, and doing this will also limit me with missing assignments because I lose time getting out of the classroom. Damn. You know what? That's tough. I'm sorry about that. Some of these kids, man, they actually most of these kids nowadays, it's when it comes to classes, and like it's like these teachers are so they're so underpaid. The DOE's so underfunded, no one cares. It's It's just, it's an entire thing, you know. You know, sometimes, you know, it's like, I don't know. I think, Cass, do you have any advice? I tried giving him, I tried giving it, giving out some advice, but I feel like, you know, I'm a city boy, you know, I, the environment that we come from might have been a bit different. I mean, I don't know. Because, like, I was essentially, you know, times might have changed. That could work. That could work. You went to a very tiny school. School like my middle school. This thing has ads. That could actually work. That could actually work. The one thing that saved me from being in another school like my middle school was this. My high school. Get an ad blocker. How do I do that? What is this magic? What is this? What is this wizardry you speak of? Ad blockers. One thing that kind of helped me out was essentially, like, you know, being good at drawing. Are you using Chrome? Yes. One thing that kind of helped me out was, you know, yeah. No, I'm using Chrome. Probably shouldn't be all AI shenanigans, but, you know, I'm using Chrome. I think, you know, because I went to a specialized high school. Damn, that is good. It's good. It's good, bro. It's good, dude. So cool. Okay. But not now. I'm still busy working on this excellence, this brilliance that you see before you. The product of pain. Okay. Blood, sweat, and tears. The product of blood, sweat, and tears, and other bodily fluids that I care not mention. 'Cause I'm so cool. I mean, he be pissing. Exactly. Bingo. Bingo. I be pissing. My gallbladder and my bladder are working overtime. All right. Yeah, but no, I think if you hate, your middle school, odds are the high school that you're going to go to is probably going to be not so dramatically different. And if you want to kind of like escape that, then you're gonna have to kind of, I don't know, that seems unfair. Then again, systemically that's kind of unfair. I feel like you can't just you try getting into a specialized high school. That kind of worked for me a little bit. A little bit though. I mean, being good at art doesn't automatically make you cool. It doesn't matter if you can render a cool image of Spider-Man. You're still a giant dork. And that is something I had to learn the hard way in high school. You'll learn. You'll learn. You will learn. And even then, in 4 years, that won't matter. I thought, in high school, I'm still friends with some people from my high school. I still see them, on occasion. There's this guy, his name is Carlos, whenever he comes around New York, and, it has an open invite thing, I come by, we chill. Shit's a solid hang. But for the most part, everyone that you meet in your high school days, like, you're only gonna possibly have more consistent contact with one or two. So doesn't really matter. That's the big secret of high school. None of it matters. It's like, it's kind of like absurdism. But if absurdism was well, damn. Okay, look at you, Miss Rich Social Life, with amazing friends that you keep in contact with. And also my very first friend that I met in my 20s. Oh yeah. Too. That too. Which, I'm probably gonna have to get on that, meeting some good friends in my 20s. I just got lucky with good people. Yeah. Meanwhile, I haven't contacted my best friend since November, so I suck. I'm not good. I'm not a good person, not a good friend. Anyway, enough of the self-bashing. Let's keep on continuing with this Casca. I hope Gabby's doing okay in Philly. Send a meme or something. You know what? Oh, damn it. I think I will. Friday at the end of work, I will search up a meme and I will send it and hope something comes up from there. Hey, Wolfwire, have you heard? Nazis are making a comeback. They're making a comeback. Maybe the twist was they never left. All right. Low maintenance friendships. Dig it. Nah, stop. Nazis are making a comeback. Yep. Yeah, no. Yeah, nah, Jesus. Yeah, apparently ICE is in New York now, which, I heard there's like the Black Panther Party. They're kind of like, they're making a resurgence, and I've heavily considered joining them. Because at this point, if they're going to shoot a white woman, Chicago too, a couple hours from me, damn. Because if they're willing to shoot a white woman in front of her own home, how do you think they're going to treat me? Yeah, fight the power, It's like, hey, hey, do you hate ICE? Oh my god, I hate ICE too. Do you also, perchance, read Berserk? You do? Awesome. Let's do this. This is awesome. So I think around winter break, I think I am planning on, like, I don't know, possibly hanging out with an old coworker from my old job. His name is Mr. Corey, a really cool guy. Dude is going on a couple of dates. Maybe I should learn something from him. Join the socialist and get our concealed carry. Damn, that is cool. So cool. So when an ICE agent, rolls up on you and asks you for your papers, blow. Now
I moved from Dallas. The order of
blow. Now it's just 3. Blow. Now it's just 2. Blow. Now it's just me. Hey, that's what you're planning on doing. Dig it. Dig it. You did a gun safety class for queer people and women? Oh, wait. So what's the biggest thing about trigger discipline? Like, I think when it comes to, like, a lot of gun owners do not have queer discipline. I got to shoot a Mauser rifle with it from World War One. Man, son of a bitch, that's cool. I never got to do that. I have to work with children. I got punched in the nuts today. You got to shoot Mauser rifles? Man, this is why I like you on the pod. No, not on the pod, like on Jesus Christ, I sound like a podcast, bro. Like you on the stream. Where else can you get stories like this? Not gonna lie. And you know, come on, there has to be some cool story that you got. I mean, hey man, you're you know, what about all your girlfriends, bro? All your girlfriends. You got one girlfriend, two girlfriends? It's more girlfriends than I ever got. I'm still stuck at 0. How does it think I got so good at painting? Your 500 girlfriends. Lady killer, bro. Lady killer. Only had 200 girlfriends. 200. Just lining up. Lining up to meet your boy Milo. I would never bring my girlfriend around you, Milo. If I had one. One just stuck around for a decade now. Nice. There is strangely a lot of good reference here. I don't know, maybe I should lower my standards a bit. I've had opportunities, but you know, maybe I was just so psyoped by pornography. Or or maybe I was like, you know, it's like, hey, or maybe like I was already absorbed in the crushes on the other girls that I already had. You know, it's like, if it isn't Shailin for my English class, I don't want it. Or if it isn't the chick that I never talked to, that I almost never talk to, who's in my gym class, I don't want it. Like, maybe if I could just, you know, just get it through my dumb head that, you know, you don't get to choose. You choose who chooses you. Then maybe I would have gotten some more experience, but, well, it's in the past. And I've learned. And now I'm still alone and stuff. Oh, man. I think also a big problem is that I kind of follow some chicks on Instagram, and they're not like porn stars exactly. They're not OnlyFans girls, but you know, it's like I find them insanely attractive, and it's like, you know, it's like my mind's like, what are you doing? Stop yearning for girls you'll never meet. And who knows what is gonna happen when you actually meet them? What is it gonna be like this dumb, you know, rom-com that you know that you had in your head? No, they're probably not gonna be all that, you know, into you. So why even bother? You're so tired? Join the club, buddy. Join the club, bucko. But you know what? We're gonna have to. Yeah. You know what? We're all falling asleep, right? At this point, maybe I should call it. I kind of need my. I can't, you know, subsist on 5 hours of sleep almost every day. I need to stay up and paint. What do you mean? For 40 minutes? Yeah, this is what digital painting is. What, you wanted it to be this big Kim Jong-gi, you know, drawing sprawl? Nah, this is what it is. This is what it is. It's the job. I am locking in, okay? I've been locked in. Look at all this. Acting like I haven't been I haven't had my nose up against the grindstone for literally half a year. I spent half a year on this. Lock more? Okay, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. Kind of reminds me of that one commercial that Kobe Bryant did with Kanye before Kanye went insane. More awards, more records. Are you a different lion or a different beast? What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome. What? 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 I'd like to have some rest. Leg day took a lot out of me. I do not like leg day though so much. I do not like leg day. I try to stand up and my legs scream at me. I hate it. I miss when leg day was just riding the bike. I liked riding the bike. Barbell squats, barbell lunges.
My husband used to ejaculate.
No, okay, that's... Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look into ad blocker. The worst part Boy. Oh, yes, we made it. We made it. Another bonfire. Friday is the... You know, we may or may not be having a snow day next week. Which, if that's the case, hey. You know what? 56 hours is enough. 56 minutes is enough. All right, let's go. Well, keep drawing, keep making art, keep hating ice. I love you all, platonically, of course. I blow you a kiss. Goodbye. I'm gonna log off. Thank you, Acidic Trauma. Thank you, Rose Arts. Thank you, Wolfwire. You have all been amazing guests. I am going to bed now. Good night. I will lock in tomorrow.